The Philadelphia 76ers are not going to hold the record for the worst start in NBA history. They still tied it with the 2009-2010 New Jersey Nets, but escaped with a they're now 1-18 is what I should say. They beat the Los Angeles Lakers.
That was the team that I knew. If I had to pick a team recently, it was going to be the Lakers for me.
I mean, look, the Nets that's really funny because the Nets, not the Nets, why am I saying the Nets? I'm sorry. The 76ers, we're competitive with some other teams for 3 quarters this season, but I mean, we don't know if they're still they're still tanking for Ben Simmons. They've been tanking every year for draft picks. They've been getting high draft picks. The Sixers finally got their win. That was the team they were favored over the Lakers via Vegas. So what did Vegas know? Well, they were right. They were 53%
Vegas always
likelihood
wins.
Of winning. You got to be insane to bet on that game.
Yeah.
If you're like, you know what? I'm going to take the Lakers with the points. There's no way of predicting that one. But Kobe started off on fire, 2 for 2 from 3, and then finished a solid 7 of 26 from the field.
Insane how many shots he's still getting.
It's a lot of shots.
And I watched the game last night, and I mean, obviously, I think a lot more eyes are on it now since Kobe's announcement, but nonetheless, it seems like they're feeding even more so. Like that, I know he's still been taking a lot of shots, but there was plenty of times they had open looks when they were still trying to feed it beyond the arc to Kobe. And I think, what did he end again?
7 for 26.
Like, that's insane.
Well, no, from 3 he was 4 of 16, right, Dan?
Unbelievable. Like
4 of 16 for Kobe from 3.
4 of 17. Thanks to outside there from a stat correspondent, Dan Kest. But
better than studio guy
better than
Jabari.
studio guy Jabari. Or Jacori's name is actually Jason.
It's Jabari.
Okay. Either way, I mean, it wasn't the most enjoyable game to watch, but how much of a relief must that be? You might say that. Well, okay, you might say if you're a 76ers fan, you're thinking this is still the worst season we've ever. This is horrible.
You got to remember that the 76ers are part of what some people would call a mecca of basketball.
Yeah.
There's 4, 5. Boston, Chicago, LA, New York, and Philly, just because Dr. J and how important Philadelphia was. And on top of that, Kobe went to high school in Philly.
Yeah.
That's where he grew up. So I don't think he didn't grow up a 76ers fan. I knew that. But they love seeing him. They're chanting his name during the intros. They were chanting his name at the end. And even cooler than that was the young guys, Nerlens Noel for the 76ers, and the rest of that team were like starstruck by him. Because look, when you're 20 years old, 19 years old in the NBA, that means you grew up with Kobe Bryant.
Similar to what like Russell posted, it's like how many people get to do
this.
But what I was saying is like from just to not hold. I know it's picking your battles here, guys. Right? This is what I mean. Like if you're supporting a franchise that's struggling, you gotta pick up the things that can kind of help you move forward. So to not hold the standalone worst starting record to the NBA season must be somewhat of a relief. Now we tie it with who? Is it the Nets?
Well, they're tied with the 2009-2010 Nets for the worst start in NBA history of 0-18, and they had the longest losing streak in all of professional sports.
Pick your battles. It's still not the worst.
Straight losses going back to last year. I don't get the last thing I want to say though is I don't get how Brett Brown, their coach, was on the Dan Patrick show this morning. Yeah. And there's a lot, like now they're getting a lot of publicity because they got their first win. I get it, it's their first win, but they're 1-18. They'd have to go on the 5th longest winning streak in NBA history, about 17 games, to get back to 500.
Yeah.
And they play the Knicks tonight. Fuck.
What do you think? Do you think the momentum's going to take them forward?
If the Knicks can't handle the 76ers, I question my team. But no, they're fine. We're not. We're not talking.
No,
about the Knicks. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to leave your comments in the comment section below regarding the 76ers' first win. Considering it was their first win, we should probably go out and party, celebrate.
No.
Jahlil!
No, don't do it. There's a curfew. Netflix and chill. Netflix and chill.
Money.
What an idiot. TMZ.
What's up there? We got money, you broke down. We got money. Money makes you how much money is money. Come on. You broke down. Wrong with you? Yo, come on!